Okay, small ones, welcome back to another video. This is a video that I spent a lot of time looking for and I couldn't actually find the answer for. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to fix your headlight adjusters. So you'll have like these cogs on your car, so you can put an Allen key in there and you twist it left, it will go sort of left or right, and then you have another adjuster back there which you can do up down. And that's for the main beam when your headlights are on and you're driving. This light I believe is okay, but this one is pointed very far down at the ground, so obviously the light isn't pointing where it needs to be. However, over time, especially with older cars, what happens is there's a ball and socket joint inside these, so just behind this cog here, and the design is pretty bad. When you turn this, so when you turn it for example clockwise, there's like a stopping point, but it doesn't actually sort of let you know when there's a stopping point, so you can keep turning, and the ball and socket joint, the ball actually just comes out of the socket, and once that's happened, the manufacturers recommend you buy a new headlight, which is a few £100 for repair. We're going to be JB welding a new pipe onto it using powdered glass as well, but I'll show you how to do that. So first thing you want to do is get your headlights out. Some cars you may be able to work on it in the car, but even if we took off our intake we could work on this one. But these ones, you can see they're sort of tucked away, there's not really much space in there, so we're going to get the headlights out. I'll leave a link in the description for Mark II Leon owners just telling you how to get the bumper off. Okay, so as you guys can see, we've got the headlights off. Typical British weather, it was nice and sunny. Now it looks like it's going to rain. I just checked the weather, it said it is going to rain quite hard for the next few hours. So I've just put some black bags in place of the headlights. Just put some tape down, just made sure it's nice and secure. Take the extra 5 or 10 minutes to do this, because there are a ton of electrical connections back here, and same on the other side. You don't want to be chasing electrical gremlins in your car, they are such a pain. One cut here, one on my belly so far. So this is the original headlight, this is how it looks. So you've got like the cog at the top that you can put your Allen key in, or your Phillips screwdriver, which I didn't realise. As you twist this twists as well. So this is how it should work. You should be able to just twist it, and you adjust your headlights like left and right, or up and down, and then the other one. So should be able to do that, and your headlights should adjust. However, they don't, because this white cog, I haven't found an easy way. Online it said you can just pull, on one of the guides I'm following, it says you can just pull this and it should come off and reveal a rod. This is the only rod of any sort I can see, and as you can see I have not done a nice job of it. This is the test headlight, and by that I mean it's my my passenger side light, but when you spin it you'll see that the cog spins, or what's left of the cog, but the thing inside it doesn't. So this thingy right here I believe is what's actually supposed to spin, but it doesn't, because they've sort of just, the ball and socket joint or whatever's inside, like way inside, has come apart. So right now I'm just getting a hacksaw, just one of these little ones, and I'm just taking it off. As you can see by like the shavings, I'm taking it off so I can actually bond the tubing onto that. I tried using pliers, I tried to sort of get it like this and pull it out, but it does not want to come out. And as you can see by the snap tabs and bent tabs, it just does not want to come out. So it took a lot of force to get it out. So just a quick update guys, my dad got home from work, so he's got this bit, it's like this, and when you drill, it will drill around something. Here's the original one, it's got the white cog plastic around the actual adjuster, whereas now, well, it's moved a bit, we need to just line it back up, but the white plastic cog is gone now. There's just a little bit left inside, as you can see, but the main adjuster is sort of free, so we can just, once it's all done properly, we can just get this, pop it onto the end like that, bond it on with JB Weld powdered glass, and we should be able to twist it. Alright people, so what I've done with my dad is cut the tubing into 4 equal or near enough equal lengths, and then what we've done is drilled out one side just so it can fit over, so like so. And we want it a little bit loose anyway, because when we put the mixture of JB Weld and powdered glass, it's gonna sort of fill the gap anyway and make it nice and tight. You see with the other one, it's already on there. And if you guys can see in there, I've actually got this one on already. I haven't welded it on, like used JB Weld or anything, but it's in place. So once it's on there with the JB Weld, hopefully they'll turn. That's why we stuck a bolt in the end. By sticking a bolt on the end, especially the first few turns, they're going to be very, very tight. You see, it's turning this nicely. Just gives a bit of extra support when turning it. So we ended up losing the footage of us mixing up the powdered glass, but essentially what you want to do is you want to get an old bowl or just something that you can crack. You want to wrap it up in some tissue or paper or anything like that, just to keep yourself safe, and then just whack it a few times. You want to get the glass to be very fine. You want to keep hitting it until it's in a powdery form, so you have powdered glass. You want to then mix up some JB Weld, so there's two parts. So there's the main JB Weld and then the hardener. You want to mix that together, equal parts, and then add in your powdered glass. Mix well until the consistency is similar to syrup, so thick syrup. If you have an old card, that would be best to actually pour the mixture into the middle of the tube that you're trying to bond onto the existing rod. Once you've put your mixture into the middle of the tube, you want to just slide the tube over the existing plastic rod on the headlight. Just push so it's a nice snug fit. If it's not snug for any reason, just take the tube out again, just put a bit more mixture. So for example, if your rod on your headlight is 6mm in diameter and your tube that you have is 7mm, the powdered glass will just help to fill that gap and make sure it's a nice snug fit. People, it's the next day. So these have bonded very nicely onto the headlight or onto the adjuster screw inside. Only problem is, when I tried to turn one of them, it sounded like something snapped inside. So I can only sort of move them back. So as I pull this back, or push it, it moves very slightly. Same with this one, you can see there. So not the result that we hoped for, but we're gonna get them back on the car, see how they go. I've put the sealing washer back in, but I still think condensation is gonna get in through there. So I may just have to get a new headlight anyway. These are just mashed up. But it was worth a try. So let's get them back on the car and see how it is. We tried to adjust the headlights, it didn't want to work. So what we've done is we've taken everything out again, put the bumper back on. We put the bolts in, but what's been happening is when we twist the bolts, as you can see, they're just spinning, but the actual rod isn't spinning. So we've got our JB Weld again. I'm going to put some JB Weld on the bolt so the bolt bonds onto these rods. So they're there, just in this gap and this gap, and hopefully we can then get it to spin. Okay guys, so just a quick update. Swati's just put on the JB Weld. We use the back of this small brush just to mix it up and apply it. So because we created essentially threads inside this rod with the bolt, we just loosened the bolt and then put the JB Weld on, tightened it. I know we've basically destroyed this headlight, but I'm really struggling to find a used pair of headlights because this is the facelift. All the ones I can find are for pre-facelift. So we're going to do our best. We'll let this cure overnight. It's just gone 11 PM. So we'll check back sort of mid-afternoon tomorrow or late afternoon. That'll give it enough time to cure. It's quite warm. We've got the heating on, so that will help it to cure. Alright people, so it's the next day. This has been curing for about 14 hours now. Nothing coming off.
Let's just hope that nothing snaps.
Okay, so we got the ratchet on. So what I suspected may happen has happened. So you can see I'm spinning this, but it's not really doing anything. And that's because in there, if you guys can see that white plastic bit? It's just spinning, so that's come detached. And then on this side, spinning it, but nothing is happening. It's gone a bit wonky as well, as you can see. It's still attached, like I'm giving it a tug, and nothing's moving. So that was the passenger headlight, and that's the one that really needed sort of fixing. And this is the driver side. This one, sort of in the right direction. It doesn't need fixing too much. Okay, so this was a flop. This one just spins. There was too much resistance and the JB Weld actually broke, as you guys can see. And on this one, it snapped the plastic doohickey inside. It goes in there. As you can see inside, it's just snapped it. That's not very good. We will need to buy new headlights.